All right, guys, welcome to the #1 place to get better League of Legends. I am NEACE, and today I'm going to show you guys another ADC coaching. This time we're going to show something a little bit different. This is going to be ADC coaching with a twist, because today it is a coaching with the broken static shiv. We're going to be covering that. I would imagine this is going to get nerfed soon, but if it isn't going to get nerfed, you can have this in your back pocket. As always, hit the like buttons, the share buttons, click your buttons, and let's get some LP. I'm gonna call this guy. He's actually in gold. We're gonna see how his ADC game is and then go from there. Yeah, what up? How's it going?
Well, how you doing, man? Pretty good.
I'm good. I just logged in. I'm loading up your op.gg right now. You said you just recently got to gold. Grats. Is that your first time hitting gold? No, it's not. I can see that.
I'm just gold and then drop back and then climb back and then drop back. It's like it's oscillating. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're already using the static shift build, so I don't have to go too deep into the weeds on that one.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so good.
It's so much broken right now. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I lost some games purely because of that build recently, actually.
I mean, they can take tower away. Like, used to be very hard to defend one person, but then now you don't have waves. You can't take tower away from me.
Yeah, I just died to Kaisa a couple times yesterday with this bursty build, not expecting the damage it would kill me. It was very frustrating. Yeah. This coaching, what's your goal at the game?
Honestly, NEACE, I'm terrible at laning. I just want to know, like, I feel like I don't understand how to lane, and when I'm like at silver, when I'm at bronze, like you get away with it because like the opponent's pretty bad too. But now, like, every time I hit gold, I feel like this weakness in my gameplay just like it gets like exaggerated, and it's very hard to play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the last guy I had, did you watch the session?
No, I couldn't watch.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what you do with the early levels.
Yeah. Oh boy, that was a nightmare game. Oh man.
So last time I told the last guy is, right from the start, we should decide whether or not we're defending an invade or we're invading. When I look at this, I say to myself, I think that both teams have a pretty I think both teams have a good invade. Well, what were you gonna say? What do you think?
I was say, okay, so I saw Pyke like jungle, right? And I was like, can Pyke jungle clear? And I feel like he can't really clear. So then he probably is looking to get some psalms like early and then try to exploit that. And the best way maybe like a cheesy level 1. That's my thought process.
Do you think that your team is weak level 1 in comparison?
See, I don't really know how strong Ivory is, to be honest, so I don't know. So, probably not stronger than Pyke, no?
I would say that, in all honesty, I think that both teams, I think this would be what I would consider a skill level 1. When I'm saying that is I think it could go either way. It just depends on what actually happens, because both of you technically have a way to root somebody up. You have the Pyke. You have the Pyke and you have the Ivern. Ivern's usually going to be starting Q in most cases. And because of that, there's a pretty decent invade and or counter invade. You have the Aatrox, who's got a really strong level 1 because he's got 3 abilities level 1. So it's not great, but it's not terrible. Yes, Yasuo is really scary. Fiora is very scary, level 1. But Aatrox is pretty good in his own right. Ivern's pretty good in his own right. Your champion's pretty good. He's got lethal tempo. I'm gonna have you swapping this though, probably to I forget what it's called. Press the attack. Not press the attack. Halo Blades. Yeah, probably gonna have you swap that. Yeah. I always forget the name of that. And then Seraphine, she's got some decent AoE damage. So yeah. So right off the rip, being AFK level 1 reeks of autopilot to me.
I was changing my settings. I gave my buddy the account to play this afternoon, and I was changing his settings back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. See, I was changing the mouse speed right now, and I forgot to buy the item.
Well, the good news is, you being there wouldn't have changed much, to be honest. I'd also
No.
like to see how this happened. She just running there in AFK or what?
No, she flashed into the wall. I saw it. I was watching. She flashed into the wall. So she got hooked. And then
Good player.
yeah.
Talented. Okay, so we don't have a support really.
Yeah, and right off bat, at that moment, my thought is Pyke is gonna live my lane because he found, the snowball like potential. It's already a Philios, and then she doesn't have a flash, so that's yeah. Trying to farm level 2. I'm like, should I save?
Well, wait. Let's talk about this. You just ran down an interesting point of logic. Is that
Really?
well, yeah, because you were like, I think he's gonna gank early, and I like the way that you viewed this. I normally when I ask clients stuff like this, they give me some like nonsense, strategy, which is good that they're trying, right? Your theory is pretty solid, right? Like you're like, it's
Yeah.
Pyke jungle. I'm not gonna underestimate it. I think he's probably gonna cheese. That's good. That's a good way to think. But my question then becomes, if you really truly believe that, why the fuck would you push for level 2? Especially knowing that this guy has no flash.
Autopiloting. That was just
Yeah.
programmed. You fight for level 2 in balling.
I'm with you. That's basically why I asked you to watch the last guy, because that's what I told the last guy. He was not fighting for level 2. And I was like, you need to fight for level 2. But I think you just identified a reasonable rationale as to why you might not want to do that in this particular game. In a vacuum, this would be the time to be adaptable. Does Pyke jungle ever show up in 100 games?
No, I mean,
Like
this is the first time
1-2 games out of 100, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I was caught, flabbergasted. I have no idea that could work.
Right. So since we know that it's very likely that we're getting fucked with early,
But
we
it's just
can't
like
push.
Jarvan. It's like Jarvan started ball side. It's a similar logic. When I see Jarvan, I don't push. I went on autopilot mode. Now I think about it, just like a Jarvan jungle. You give it a respect, let it push to you.
Right. So here, I think that you not pinging and then you pushing the wave in is almost like a suicide request.
Yeah.
The only reason that you don't lose your sums is because the guy knows to just target Seraphine and pick up the easy one.
Yeah.
So I would have probably pinged off if I had the suspicion that you have. Probably just pinged off and chilled.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
as, you haven't had to use anything yet, so
Yeah.
now it's getting messy though.
Yeah. Run.
Why does this keep trying to manual cam me? Okay. So you wanted to talk about laning. What do you think you're achieving by hitting these minions here?
Trying to farm gold.
What? Farm gold? No.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You just hit minions for no reason. You think that's getting you gold, hitting those minions?
No, not really.
I think it's just asking to get punked under tower while your support's at base.
That's true. Yeah.
So let's talk about this. So I just told the last guy something similar. This range creep, these are your lowest value creeps, okay? So there's the lowest value in terms of not only gold, but in terms of XP as well. So when you're farming one was okay. Now watch what you're about to do. That is not farming. That is just hitting a minion because your balls itch, basically.
Okay.
That is autopilot.
Right.
You can't even guarantee me that you're gonna lose this minion yet. That does not die to a tower shot, I don't believe. I think it's close. It might.
Yeah, it might.
But either way,
let's just say that. Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, these minions would actually be under tower before that range creep.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm getting on you, because this shows me bad defense. Here, you're autoing a minion for no fucking reason.
Yep.
But you're not safe to hit the minions. This is not safe. This is a 2v1 lane. Your goal is, and this is the same thing I'll teach a top laner who's playing against like a Teemo. your goal is to keep your health as high as possible. If that means give up farm, that's okay. What do you think's going to happen if you get to like 10% HP and that
Dive.
Pike decides to be cheeky and decided after he ganked bot lane to go and take a blue buff or something?
Yeah.
You just die, you're out of the game completely. So here, you're hitting this minion for no reason, right? That's pointless. That doesn't even give you the farm either. But even if it did give you the farm, I wouldn't be hitting it because it's just not necessary. Okay. That is a range creep. It gives shit for gold. It gives shit for XP. And you could get the XP from back here anyways.
Yep.
So first you do that, and then you're like, I have to hit this minion. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, you just made it so you had to feel like you have to hit that minion because you just autopilot hit the minion for no reason.
Yep.
So now you hit the minion. Bam, bam, bomb, bomb. Now look, you are now in dive territory, and they're going to know it.
Yep.
So that means he's going to walk at you.
Yep.
Let's see how confident they are. Not very.
No.
But look how awkward this is for us right now to farm.
Yeah. Can't do anything. Can't farm. I was
can't threaten an auto. You can't threaten autos.
Yeah. Just can't really play, to be honest.
It's very low agency.
Yeah. I often find myself in this position. Now I understand why. It's just like,
Here it is.
There it is.
Both sums, yeah. Yeah, so imagine a world where instead of hitting those minions arbitrarily, you just kept your health high and then started trading.
Yeah, would it be a lot better for this game?
Let's look at another one real quick.
See, I honestly, I'm glad you talk about this because, I mean, I watch a lot of videos and that's what you say, right? Like, you don't want to trade, you want to keep your health high, and like, I wouldn't go trade, obviously. I wouldn't go hit the enemy champions, but sometimes I still find myself to be chunked.
Right.
I feel like better.
You've got to stay focused because these little moments. All right, let's look at this. All right, who wins level 1, us or them?
Us, 100%.
Okay, why?
We have Scion.
Okay, you have Scion. So, okay, you don't think that Blue has a pretty strong invade of their own though?
Yeah, I mean, Amumu is strong, but I feel like with us, I feel like with us, especially science passive at level 1.
Okay, so you're saying that you're saying in a perfect universe, you think if they face check a Scion, this is probably good. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's
so that's how you should think about it then. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, ooh, Mumu's scary because he can confidently invade. Where the Scion can only really repel the invade if he gets his ass out of base. In this case, he doesn't, but I see your point. It is strong. It's a strong counter invade for sure. I don't know if I like Scion's invade though, necessarily. I mean, sure, I guess if you guys get into position on like a buff and he gets to cheese somebody, it could be strong.
See, the only reason another reason I'm saying this because like in pro play, like right, like if we're blue, like red side have Scion, like go bot and like dive. I see them do a lot of times and completely takes the ball lane out of the.
Oh yeah. No. Your thought. And I'm not even. I think your argument is fine. I think your argument's good. The only thing that I want to make sure that you're considering though when you're saying this is that it's all depending on how the action goes. If it's true that Scion leaves the base and defends against the invade, yes, I think you're dead right. I think it is a good level 1. However, solo queue, I'm just speaking purely on like if 5 people walk at each other. If 5 people walk at each other and just bump into each other, Amumu's very scary to me. Your Seraphine's very weak early. Diana's pretty weak early. Belveth's pretty decent. So is Wukong. Teemo's kind of okay. Scion definitely has the edge. If he hits the knock up and dies with his passive next to people, yes, it's very strong. That's all I was saying. But yes, you're absolutely right though. If they do face check you and he's in the bush, it's not only is it a win, it's like a mega win. It's like it's basically like an ult at level 1, right?
That's game there.
So because the reason I do this every game is because I want to make sure that we're opening on level 1 the correct way and thinking. So in this case, none of y'all ping anything. You could have pinged to maybe block the invade. That's the first tip I'd give you, because you just said it. You like Scion here. Try to get him to leave base and set up in a bush somewhere and get an early head start.
Right.
Now, you're not leashing, so I don't like what we're doing here. If it were me, I would like to try to get into a brush somewhere and maybe land a little bit of damage and run away. I do know that Amumu can get mad and just Q you, but autoing from a bush is always a good way to get a little head start. But if you see them all just like face checking you with Amumu in the front, then maybe just back down. But I always want to try to get a cheeky auto lead if I can.
Okay. I think this one we did try to go into the bush and auto the middle like range creep to make them lose a minion. Yeah. That's what we tried. Okay.
Is this the duo partner?
No.
Okay.
Random. I think we flamed each other by the end. So, but yeah.
So Mumu hits the grab. You keep all your sums. They get level 2 first. All right, let's talk about this. I see some lazy laning. So, I mean, you did say laning was a weak point for you. Let's talk about what actually just happened. So Mumu opens strong, and he does a Q with Ignite right away. That means they've, you got hit by the Q. It happens, whatever. You probably should try to avoid this a little bit more, I guess with a little bit more focus, because for some reason, look where you're standing.
Yeah.
He can, of course, hit this Q with ease.
Yeah.
You're angling yourself so hard. Not to mention a Mumu Q's hitbox is like, I don't know, this hitbox needed to be patched like ages ago. His Q hitbox is like that for some reason. I don't really know how that works, but you can even see it in this hook. It looks to me like he misses it, but it just doesn't matter. Watch.
I know. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I saw it. I in the game that I was like, that's a Nautilus hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's here, but it's just like, and it just like attaches.
I know, but no excuse, like you said. Should we stand behind minions and stuff?
But yes, that's laziness. And it's a lack of focus. And so here you get pushed out. He ignites, but you don't use your cleanse, which is fine. But now you've got to frame up your strategy here. So, all right, we got pushed out and they lost a sum. This means they're going to get level 2 first. Now you're going to start doing your random autos for no reason again.
Yeah.
What are these? I call these arbitrary autos. You feel like you have to farm the minions now. Watch, you're about to do it again. Ready?
Uh-huh.
I would have just let them push. Kept the minions higher in HP. Get them under our tower so we could safely farm. I don't want to be out here.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We're pushed out. We're too low.
Uh-huh.
So it does look like to me, right off the jump, yeah, your laning issues are a little wonky because you always have a chance to make your lane phases really weird for no reason. This is a tragic game. I'm not going to look at 14 deaths, but I'll look at the lane phase.
Yeah. Oh, that echo lives in my head.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Level 1 could go either way. Okay, so right away, I would make a note. My support was late to lane. So I don't trust my support anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I was pinging her. I was like, you want the 2 passive or the 3 XP? So, you know.
I already know your problem. You just hit minions for no reason. This is just a habit you have that has to die in a fire. You hit
Okay.
minions. You hit minions for no reason constantly in lanes, and it doesn't do anything for you. Look where Graves is pathing.
Yeah.
So like, let's talk about why you would want to. So if you want to keep the wave here, you're doing that so people get ganked, but you're not really even doing that. It's more of just like you're parking the wave kind of in the middle of the lane. It's not even really a freeze. You're just hitting the minions for no real reason.
Okay.
Like there, like you're hitting this minion, but you could hit the minion back here
Okay.
and stack the wave up here. You're slowing the wave down
Okay.
to here instead of here. Imagine you let the melee walk up to this point and then auto it.
Okay.
Watch this. You're autoing the minions again for no reason. Watch. No, that was fine. Now you're going to do it again. What are you autoing them for? What do you think you're achieving?
See, I think I was in my head. I was like, I don't want to get pushed under tower. I think that's.
But why? It's going to happen. If they want to push you under tower, it's going under tower.
Oh.
You have no way to fight them right now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's no gank coming anytime soon. There's no... It's just like...
That's a good point.
Now look at this trade you just take. It's also messy.
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, wait, maybe he's super smart here, right? Like maybe you're going to freeze it right in front of tower. Watch what you do. You start trading. No, don't trade into this.
No trade. Yeah, it's a lot of waves. You're right.
just let it stop right there.
Yeah.
Just let the... So what's happening here, or at least this is my diagnosis. My diagnosis is every time that you're on defense, you're randomly fucking with minions and fucking with the wave and getting yourself low for no reason. Anytime a wave pushes in, you never keep your health high at all. You constantly just like walk up, eat a trade, hit a minion randomly. It's like you're bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me give you a little tip, brother. That's a 36-minute game.
Yeah.
You're bored at 2 minutes? You're going to be here for 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Look through your match history. Watch this. Watch this shit. Here's your match history, okay? 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 28 minutes, 28 minutes. We'll say 31 there, 36 here, 38 minutes, 30 minutes. 16 minutes, Korea game, 1 of 10. Right? 1 of 10 games is a 16-minute Korea game.
Yeah.
27 minutes, 24 minutes, 31 minutes, Korea game here. 35 minutes, 30 minutes, 27, 27, 32 minutes, 25 minutes, 21 minutes. So I would say 3 games are under 20 minutes. Pretty much every other game is 25 minutes or more.
Yep. Yep.
And here you sit with the patience of a 5-year-old, hitting minions randomly in the first 3 minutes of the game, chunking yourself in your sums and like not paying attention to what you're doing.
Okay. Okay.
See what I mean?
That's 100%. I mean, to my defense, the skins feel when you hit a minion does feel pretty good. So I mean, that is something for sure. I don't know about if that offsets me getting pee slapped for 35 minutes though. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that. That's fair. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I got you. Like sometimes you just kind of get into a funk where you're not thinking. And I'm only heckling the games that go badly right now. I mean, I'm sure if I look at some of these wins though, you're fucking up lanes somewhere else. But my point is that like, I need you to stop arbitrarily hitting minions and taking damage for no reason. I need you to be a little bit more mentally resilient than that.